John Piper with the weekend video, and it's Saturday the 29th of August. Yes, I managed to survive my hospital visit, back again. Those of you who wonder where I took one little pill, the first in a series, and got some rather unpleasant reaction, so was forced to go to hospital. I think the first time actually I've said overnight in hospital in 50 years. It's not a bad record, I guess. Shame it's been broken, really. Anyway, thinking of Bitcoin first, we have these levels here are the Fibonacci retracements for the whole move, going back to March, so around 3.8 up to 12 odd. This is the regular peak, not the irregular peak here. So that's not the case, is it? So these levels here are the retracement levels for that period. So a 38.2 retracement for the whole lot would be down to 9,000, which you'd expect to happen if we are now retracing the whole lot. I don't think we are. I think we're just actually retracing this last bit here, and we've got an A and a B, and I think this is the C wave upon us, and I think 10.4, 10.6 is where that should terminate. We might go a little bit lower, but not too much really. So if we start coming down to, if we break 10,000 basically, then I think at that point we might see larger declines as a bigger correction of the whole move. So I prefer that not to happen, but the markets will do, of course, what they want to do. But my expectation is we could break 10, but I would expect with a spike if we do break 10, and that would be fine. It would be a nice buy signal, in fact. So that's Bitcoin. We're still waiting for the low. I mean, if we look at the A wave was in terms of time extremely short. We then had this B wave. This is the 2-hour chart. So from the 2nd of August up to the 17th of August, that's 2 weeks. So 17th to 2 weeks will be the 31st. So I think we get. I mean, perhaps early September we'll see us start to rally up in Bitcoin. So, and that could be a particularly interesting move. All right, gold is seeing similar. We went up around 2070, 75. ABC down. It could be a 5 actually. There's a bit of a possible fall there, but I think it's a correction followed by an ABC. So we had the A, ABC, B, and I think we're still in the correction here. So that would be an A down to there. This is a B of that move with a C to come in. So at the moment, I'm looking for a move down around 1800 to finish the correction. I mean, this doesn't look. I mean, obviously markets can do what they want, as I keep saying, but I would say at the moment there's no confirmation that we're back in the uptrend, and the wave pattern is fairly clear. And there was a lot of enthusiasm for gold, and lots of very, very bullish talk. I mean, the bullish talk was such that one more might say that it's actually seen a major peak. But on the other hand, I think the issue is actually not the value of gold is going to go up necessarily, but the price of gold will go up. I mean, for example, if gold's at 2,000 and the dollar is 1.4 or something, then that's one thing. If the dollar halves to 0.7 or something, which would seem reasonable with the amount of printing they're doing, then gold will go to $4,000. However, there'll be no additional value there. It would just be the price, the dollar having collapsed, and gold will be in effect unaffected, and it'd just be a store of value, which is what it is. So we're not talking about necessarily talking about the value of gold increasing. We're talking about the price of gold increasing, and the two are different things. So when you see this sort of massive excitement at a peak, it's about value generally. So you're expecting the value to fall. In this case, the value might fall, but the actual price could still be considerably higher. So it's a slightly unusual situation, I think, that we don't see very often. Thankfully, I would say. And silver's the same. In a very clear ABC decline, ABC, and now we're dithering around. I mean, it could be, of course, one possibility we should consider is it's going to be some sort of triangle, A, B, C, etc. No real, well, so there is a sign of that. That could be a very weak C wave, but it's not a very triangular-looking pattern. So I think we're probably going to see more downside, but I mean, certainly this is not a terribly impressive rally at the moment, and does suggest at least one more leg down, I think. So yeah, but basically we've got Bitcoin, gold, and silver looking similar in the sense that they're seeing a correction before they could see substantial rallies. I mean, on gold and silver, I guess they've rallied substantially already. So how much more there is to come, I'm not sure at this point. And the bullish consensus seems very, very high. Bitcoin less so, I would say. So Bitcoin has, I think, a lot more potential right now. Anyway, just as a guide, I mean, that's how a triangle might work out. A, B, maybe a C down to here somewhere, then D and E. But the ABC is favourite at the moment. It depends what happens if we ever retest this line down here. So I'll go on to the DAX next. On the DAX, we saw there's 5 waves down, although it could be an ABC. I mean, the 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the ABC is simply that 1, 2, and 3 are an A, B, and C. So it really counts because the fifth is so long, and there's also 5. Well, it should be a fifth and a 5 waves pattern anyway. It makes it ambiguous. But this looks like this is like an A, a B, and then a C. So that does look like a correction. But what we're seeing here is it's unclear at the moment. Let me go into a little bit closer. Anyway, if we call this a peak, it's a major peak, do we have any evidence that we actually of an impulsive decline at this point? Not really is the answer. I mean, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but this overlaps. The wave 4 overlaps the wave 2. So that doesn't count as a Elliott pattern. It's like an ABC, A, B, C. Solid spike, solid spike. It's all a bit dithery here as well. It's not really that encouraging on the upside either. So I'd say the DAX is unclear right now. There's in the very short term, given these spikes. This is a 30-minute chart. Sorry, it's not that very short, but it's shortish. In the shortish term, I'd say the positives probably outweigh the negatives. I mean, the longer terms, and it looks more like we're seeing a major peak. But the short-term action currently, or at this point, was fairly positive. We're at the end of the month, so we're into September. August is traditionally a holiday month where patterns can be rather playful, shall we say. And September gets back to business often. So that may well be what we're going to see is a market becoming a little bit more defined over the next few sessions, weeks. All right, finally on Ftse, we had this since the 10th to 9th of June, A, B, C, now an A, what looks like a B. 5 waves up, which could be one of something, I suppose, or the first part of a C, but a very deep 2-wave coming in. This looks quite vulnerable. So, maybe that we're not getting much help from the chart patterns at this point. At least these particular chart patterns on Ftse certainly. Say the DAX looks more positive than negative. That could easily change next week. I mean, any kind of news item could come out which could, I think, change this picture quite dramatically. Anyway, that's all for today. Financial News. Back to the report on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.